Hey everybody, my name is Morgan, and welcome back to the YouTube version of Podcast of the Dragon, the part of the show where I am a lot more visible and a lot less prepared, and I talk about the Wheel of Time on Prime. So, about 12 hours ago, they dropped the official Wheel of Time trailer. I'm super stoked. I have not watched it yet. I have held myself back. Been off social media all day. I don't wake up like normal people do. It's about 7:30 Pacific time right now. So, I've been awake for several hours. I've been editing another video, which I will finish and put up first, and then quickly work to edit this one. So I'm hoping to have back-to-back videos up tonight, or as close as possible. Anyway, so I am ready to watch this and give my thoughts and feelings in real-time reaction. A real-time reaction video to make up for all the ones I stupidly didn't make. So to throw one back for the Wine Spring Inn clip that I missed. To throw one back for the Moraine's Quest reaction that I missed. All that shit that I missed. What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, are you ready? I'm fucking ready. Also, my resolution to not swear on the YouTubes has obviously just... Okay. Oh, also... I remembered to turn to the side. Don't judge my bookshelf. Okay, let's give this a go. First frame, Moraine looks like she's in her nightgown. And this kind of ghostly blue light. Okay. Let's see. Ready? Let's go.
Swear your oath, Moraine Sedai.
I swear to speak no word that is not true. To make no weapon with which one person may kill another. And never to use the One Power as a weapon.
Do you know what Aes Sedai means in the old tongue? Servants of all. It is they who serve the world.
I didn't choose this path, but I will follow it.
Where next?
The Two Rivers. The old blood runs deep in those mountains. Let's hope it's prepared them for what's coming. The Dark One is waking. But there will be one who can stand against him. And it's one of the five of you.
You've fully lost your mind.
Your life isn't going to be what you thought.
Moraine.
What are those? His army is coming.
What can we do?
We protect the people we love. No matter the cost.
Our enemies are everywhere. They will leave no one standing.
We've lost too many people already. I can't lose you.
You won't. If we do not stop the Dark One now, the whole world will burn. I can't allow it. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills.
Do you think we'll ever go back?
Home? No.
Well, that was goosebump inducing. Damn. That was tonally so different. It's like each drop that they've given us has been tonally very different. Like the music has been different, and like the angle that they've been going for is so different. It's like the original teaser trailer, when they dropped that, it seemed so much less about telling anyone that it was particularly about a chosen one, or that particular great evil was coming. It was more about, like, you know, women in action, and kind of with this fake out that Egwene might be the main character. And the Moraine's Quest teaser trailer was focused on, you know, she had a vision, and, you know, the Dragon Reborn will be able to save the world because the Dark One is waking. And then the little clip from the White Spring Inn was a very much more personal thing, and very much for people who really knew what was going on. But the flavor of this is so... the music is so much darker and so much more intense. It's so much more like battle music, harder horns. I'm gonna watch it again.
Swear your oath, Moraine Sedai.
I swear to speak no word that is not true. To make no weapon with which one person may
Love
kill
the
another.
Oath Rod.
And never to use the One Power as a weapon.
Do you know what Aes Sedai means in the old tongue? Servants of all. It is they who serve the world.
I didn't choose this path, but I will follow it.
Where next?
The Two Rivers. The old blood runs deep in those mountains. Let's hope it's prepared them for what's coming. The Dark One is waking. But there will be one who can stand against him. And it's one of the five of you.
Okay, one of the five. So, despite the Moraine's Quest basically doing the who is the dragon and then bam 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 bam, and it's only 4 of them, is Nynaeve gonna be a candidate? I suppose that would make sense, since she's a channeler. That was my original thought. Huh. That's interesting.
Fully lost your mind.
Matt all hammered in
Your
his
life isn't going to be
bathrobe.
what you thought.
Moraine.
What are those?
His army is coming.
What can we do?
We protect the people we love. No matter the cost.
Our enemies are everywhere. They will leave no one.
Ooh. Eamon Valda looks really, really creepy. I forget the name of the man who plays him. I believe it's Abdul Salis. But the smugness and self-satisfaction on his face, he gives me the creeps. Alright. Mom
Standing.
looks mad. Moraine looks
We've
sad.
lost too many people already. I can't lose you.
You won't. If we do not stop the Dark One now, the whole world will burn. I can't allow it. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills.
Do you think we'll ever go back?
Home. No.
Okay. Just had to look at that again because it was just so... There's so much to see. That's really intense. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna pull my laptop a little closer here so I can scrub through this video a little bit. I think I'm gonna put it on mute at this point. I'll look through this. Okay, I like how it starts out with Moraine getting sworn on the oath rod. The expressions that Moraine has on her face, like, I know Rosamund Pike's a good actress, but it's just kind of like she said a number of things about what attracted her to the character of Moraine, and partly it was the opportunity to be able to play the wise wizard, but also that Moraine was always calm, but like the range that she's giving her, because there's so much that they can't tell you in the form of the expository background, and so I have noticed that they are showing stress and strain on her face. But this little bit where Lon says, "Where next?" and she says, "The Two Rivers," they both look so tired. He has this like discouraged look on his face, like, oh, fucking Christ. And she looks tired and fed up and almost like they had an argument or something. I really appreciate that. Just like I know that in the books they have this, Aes Sedai serenity, utterly deadpan faces, but that doesn't translate very well to film. When you have to, do characterization and you have to do it through expressions and actions. In the books, it's so dependent upon point of view and the unreliable narrator, two things that you can't do to a great degree in film. He's able to tell you either what people think Aes Sedai mean based upon the little that they tell you, or else tell you the internal narrative of whatever Aes Sedai whose head you're in, who, isn't giving anything away on her face. So having Moiraine have these expressions where she looks stressed, frightened, overwhelmed, yeah, I'm here for it. So this makes sense. It looks like the day after they're all covered in blood and everything, and it's either dark or else very early morning, and the Shadow Spawn are coming over the hill. That's crazy. Oh, Michael McElhatton fighting Narg. Whips his sword out, looking like a badass. I'm wondering if Rand shoots him with the arrow. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. He's looking terrified in front of the fireplace, and he just... whoosh. You go, Rand. I really like Yosha as Rand. He's got good range. I watched that movie Just Friends because I wanted to watch him make out with a dude, because who wouldn't? And it was an okay movie. It wasn't the best, but I was impressed with his range because he looked, joyful and young and happy-go-lucky, and at the same time he had these moments or these scenes where he looked incredibly angry and just stressed, or you could see him either having actual outbursts of rage or where he was holding his anger inside, but you could just see him stressed and frustrated. So it gave me great confidence in his ability to play the character of Rand and go from someone who is just almost like childlike in his sweetness and his joy to someone who has just colossal, monumental rage issues. I have tremendous confidence in his ability to nail the character of Rand. I am so excited to see how he plays it. It's a fortress in the desert? It's almost like they were having like Faldara be at like Tarwin's Gap or something, like it's at the Blight. Or maybe that's, what's the name of the Shinerin fort that's right on the Aiel Waste? Angkor Dale or something? It's right, or the Eastern Marches? Somebody's being burned at the stake? Oh, okay. That's why Eamon Valda looks creepy. You see the fire reflected in his goblet? God, he gives me the creeps. So he must be burning an Aes Sedai at the stake. And then I think that people were right about those being Aes Sedai rings for sure. For sure they are. So how does he capture Aes Sedai? If he's able to actually burn one alive, how do you do that? I don't know how I feel about that. Are they going to give him like a ter'angreal or something to be able to inhibit their channeling? I don't know how I feel about that. I like them making him terrifying from the get-go. I thought that kind of consolidating having Valda come in the first season as like a main villain was a great idea. In fact, if they just have Valda take over and not even have Pedron Niall, I think that's fine. Pedron Niall is a fine character in the story. And it's fine to have, a white cloak that is, comparatively speaking, not the worst. He's an interesting enough character, but you've got to trim. So just being able to have, compare contrast of having Jeffrey Bornhold be a decent human, I figured they're going to have him be decentish, and then Eamon Valda be just terrifyingly creepy. I, just from these little clips, am riveted and terrified. I'm also excited for my wife to see this because she already hates the white cloaks. Alright, let me see some more of this footage here. Okay, Lon beating his breast looking upset. All dressed in white. I know white are funeral clothes. Moiraine crying and looking upset. There's Nynaeve in the background. So maybe that's after Corinna dies. That looks Nynaeve on the left and looks like Alana on the right. Two Rivers is all burnt down. And it looks really hammered. It looks either like Twilight or pre-dawn. Rand is teary-eyed and... Okay. Did they murder the Tuathon? Looks like white cloaks are surrounding Perrin and Egwene. They're back to back. The white cloaks are on horses, and there's somebody lying dead off to the side. They murdered Tuathon. You bastards! It's like the white cloaks are shitty in the books, and some of them would totally murder Tuathon, but it's like one of the things that makes Dane Bornhold not totally a 100% scumbag is the fact that he's like, no, I'm not gonna murder these Tuatha'an. I'm not gonna let them get away. They're gonna have to move their wagons into the Two Rivers because I'm not gonna risk them escaping to tell Queen Morgase that I have half a legion of Children of the Light on her soil, but I'm not murdering them. Oh, monsters. Also, I forget who mentioned how the White Cloaks all have cop stashes, but I thought it was funny that they all look like Dorian from Dragon Age Inquisition, and if they were all flamboyantly gay mages rather than White Cloaks, the world would be a better place. Okay, poor Perrin and Egwene. Somebody's got a knife. Woo, that Trolloc looks terrifying. Damn. The thing that I read about the Trollocs having the interchangeable horns, they're just all magnetic. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay. Is that Egwene or Nynaeve about to cut a Trolloc? Oh, yeah, Egwene hits it with a stick. Fuck yeah. There's the Waygate. Do we see Loyal? There's Rand. There's Egwene. That looks like Lon. Moiraine going toward the gate. Matt all wrapped up in his bathrobe. Perrin, Nynaeve. Who's the dude on the far left? Definitely not Loyal. Is that Tom? 1, 2, 3. That's 8 people. Okay. This looks like a Myrddraal attacking someone inside. I think it's a Myrddraal because it's totally in black and its sword looks black too. I don't think it's a warder. And I don't know who this is that it's attacking. Nynaeve's running. Explosion. All the Trollocs once again. Much wider pan of them all with their spears like, ah! More scary Trolloc faces. They really do look pretty great. I appreciate that they don't look like the Uruk-hai or even the orcs. They really gave them great horns, and I like how different they look. Moiraine looking resolute. Oh yeah, fireballs. Oh, you badass. Wow, she's throwing 5, 6 fireballs at once. Oh, my woman can slay. She's the only fictional character that I have ever had impure thoughts about. Ooh, Trolloc bursting into flames. Loghain melts his cage. So how is he exploding it? Does he just use the force blast and it goes through the cage? I guess that makes sense. The cage is the air would burst through the cage. It wouldn't... it's not contained like Rand's box, where you could actually, like, the laws of physics wouldn't make the cage explode. So yeah, I guess he would have to melt it. Fuck yeah. And then somebody's trying to stab him. And then Ilana doing her leaves flying in the air, and it looks like she's doing like little mortars bursting all over the ground. Okay. These are Aiel. This must be the Blood Snow. This has got to be a flashback to the Blood Snow. So I'm wondering if the previous scene where it looks like, I'm assuming Shinerans all have like their crossbows up and they're, you know, I'm wondering if that's like where they're all going to Tarwin's Gap, and this is a flashback with the Aiel dragging, I don't know what kind of a, I guess he could technically still be Shineran, since the Aiel fight Shinerans, but Rand crying, looking resolute, getting ready to shoot somebody. He looks very fierce. Good for you, Rand. Okay. I'm definitely here for it. I like how they show the narrative for the Aes Sedai to just kind of describe what they do. And then Moraine's like, I got this mission, you know, showing her swearing the oaths at the beginning, give an idea of what exactly the purpose for Aes Sedai are, and then, you know, I didn't choose this mission, and then she and Lon are like, they're going to the Two Rivers, Old Blood of Manetheren, they're gonna need it, so we get introduced to all our heroes, and then the idea of the Dark One's breaking free, and we're gonna have to fight him. Hope you guys are up to the task. And then, yeah, lots of action and bad stuff, and our heroes having to be resolute, and magic and monsters, and young people looking really scared, and shooting people with bows, and beating people with sticks, and saying that they'll take care of their friends, and scary villains, proof that villains aren't just Shadowspawn, that there are other types of monsters, proof that both men and women can use magic, proof that our wise wizard is amazing. I love it. I love it. It's really good. I think they did a great job. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. What is it? 3 weeks from Friday? 3 weeks from Friday. 3 weeks from Friday. Alright. Well, thank you for watching my reaction video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Did you like it? What did you think about it? What do you think about the narrative that it provided, just to give people an idea of what the show is going to be like? How do you think that it compares to the teaser trailer? What kind of storytelling do you think that it provides compared to the teaser trailer? Is it your favorite of all of the trailers that we've gotten so far? Let me know. I don't have a favorite, but I really like it, and I'm excited to watch it again and again until I'm sick of it. And also, do you like this music best or not? Tell me what you think. I'm interested in all kinds of opinions. This is great. This is great. 3 weeks from Friday, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, and yeah, comments, and let me know, and check out my podcast if you haven't. Links in the descriptions, and yeah, thanks for coming to the YouTube version of Podcast of the Dragon, and take care, everybody.